Welcome to Culture Vulture, your weekly entertainment guide, written from an alternative viewpoint. Here, we explore film, TV, and streaming with a focus on fresh perspectives, overlooked gems, and stories that challenge the mainstream. Culture Vulture isn't just about what's on, it's about why it matters. All selections and writing are by Pat Harrington. Music is from Tim Bragg. This week's highlights. Quo Vadis, Aida? BBC 2 1:25 AM, Saturday. A devastating look at one woman's struggle to save her family as history's cruel machinery grinds forward. 0 Day, streaming from Thursday. A high-stakes political thriller where secrets aren't just power, they are survival. The Quiet Girl, C for 12:10 AM, Monday. A beautifully restrained story of a child discovering kindness for the first time. Stay tuned for in-depth reviews, critical takes, and a perspective you won't find anywhere else.
Saturday the 15th of February, 2025. Songs inspired by the movies at the BBC, BBC 2 8:35 PM. This program brings together a mix of performances from the BBC archives. The selection spans decades. Some choices, like Bananarama's Robert De Niro's Waiting and Deep Blue Something's Breakfast at Tiffany's, make clear connections to cinema. Others are more tenuous. Shania Twain's That Don't Impress Me Much is included seemingly for name-dropping Brad Pitt rather than any deeper film link. Anti-Alien, The Island, BBC 4 9 PM. Anti-Alien, The Island, is a gripping Scottish Gaelic language crime drama set in the picturesque Outer Hebrides. The series follows Cat Crichton, played by Sorcha Groundsell, a family liaison officer who returns to her island home after a decade to investigate the murder of Lady Mary, the wife of a wealthy tycoon too. As Cat delves into the case, she uncovers deep-seated family secrets and confronts her own troubled past. The show's stunning landscapes and authentic portrayal of island life add to its atmospheric tension, while the blend of Gaelic and English dialogue enriches the storytelling. With a talented cast including Saga Radia as DCI Ahmed Halim and Ian McRae as Sir Douglas MacLean, Anti-Alien stands out as a landmark in Gaelic language television, offering a unique and captivating viewing experience. A Quiet Place, 2018, film for 11:20 PM. Silence is survival. In this world, sound brings death, so a family learns to live in near-complete quiet. Every movement is careful, every word unspoken. Even the smallest mistake can cost a life. The tension never fades. The father, protective but powerless, builds barriers that cannot last. The mother, expecting a child, knows the risk she takes. The children, forced to grow up too fast, carry burdens they never chose. There is love here, even in the fear. The film is as much about family as it is about horror. In the end, survival is not just about silence, it's about sacrifice. Quo Vadis, Aida. 2020, BBC 2 1:25 AM. Aida is a translator, caught between duty and desperation. She works for the UN, believing she can keep her family safe. But the promises made to her are empty, and the walls close in. She moves through crowded rooms, pleading with those in power. Some listen, some turn away. No one tells the truth. Outside, families wait, uncertain of their fate. Inside, decisions are made, final and cold. There is no justice here, no hero to save the day. Only the choices of one woman, trying to hold on to hope when all is lost.
Sunday the 16th of February, 2025. Notorious, 1946, Talking Pictures 6 PM. In this classic Alfred Hitchcock thriller, spies, betrayal, and a love tangled in lies take center stage. Alicia Huberman, Ingrid Bugman, the daughter of a convicted Nazi spy, is recruited by government agent T.R. Devlin, K.A. Grant, to infiltrate a group of Nazi sympathizers in South America. Her mission, to seduce Alex Sebastian, Claude Rains, a high-ranking member of the group. As Alicia delves deeper into her role, her loyalty and love are tested at every turn. She plays her part well, but at what cost? The camera lingers on her face, the weight of her choices visible in every glance. Devlin, torn between his duty and his feelings for Alicia, watches from a distance, caught between trust and suspicion. Shadows stretch long across the screen, secrets hiding in every corner. The tension between Alicia and Alex, and Alicia and Devlin, drives the film forward, making every interaction charged with suspense. Some films age, others sharpen with time. This one remains as sharp as ever, its tension still cutting deep. Nixon in the Den, PBS America, 8:35 p.m. A man at the peak of power, yet always afraid. Nixon's world was built on paranoia, on enemies real and imagined. This documentary takes us inside that world, showing the mind behind the man. The footage is stark. Private conversations reveal a leader whose victories brought no peace. The need to control, to silence opposition, grew stronger the higher he climbed. He had power but never security. History has judged him, but this film lets him speak. Escaping Utopia, 1 of 3, BBC 2, 9 p.m. Some individuals are born into environments where control is paramount. They are instructed on what to believe, whom to fear, and what to love. For those who manage to break free, the concept of freedom can be both unfamiliar and daunting. Escaping Utopia is a poignant documentary that delves into the lives of individuals who have left behind strict, closed communities, such as the Gloria Vale Christian community in New Zealand. The film chronicles their journeys as they step into a world vastly different from the one they were conditioned to accept. Through candid interviews and personal stories, viewers gain insight into the psychological toll of escaping a controlled environment. Gloria Vale, founded in 1969 by Neville Cooper, also known as Hopeful Christian, is a small and isolated cult located on the west coast of New Zealand's South Island. The community is known for its fundamentalist Christian beliefs, large families, and strict gender roles. Members wear distinctive uniforms, and the community has faced numerous allegations of abuse and exploitation over the years. Many participants speak with a sense of relief, having finally found the courage to seek a new life. However, others share their experiences with palpable pain, as the past continues to cast long shadows over their present. Even after leaving, the memories and scars of their previous lives remain deeply etched. This documentary not only tells a story of survival but also highlights the profound sense of loss that comes with leaving behind everything they once knew. It explores the challenges of adapting to a new reality, the fear of the unknown, and the resilience required to rebuild one's identity. Through their voices, Escaping Utopia offers a moving narrative of courage, transformation, and the enduring quest for freedom. Words on Bathroom Walls, 2020, BBC 3, 10:30 p.m. A teenager struggles with a mind that won't stay quiet. He sees things others don't, hears voices no one else hears. His world is fractured, shifting, always uncertain. The film does not romanticize his experience. The fear is real, but so is his humor. He clings to love, to the idea of normality, even when it feels out of reach. It's not just about illness. It's about understanding, about how people see those who are different. He wants to be more than his diagnosis. But will the world let him?
Monday, the 17th of February, 2025. Gaza, How to Survive a War Zone, BBC 2, 9 p.m. Survival is not just about staying alive. It is about finding food, keeping loved ones safe, and making choices no one should have to make. For those living in a war zone, danger is constant, but life must go on. The documentary follows people navigating destruction in Gaza, a place where the conflict between Israel and Hamas has left deep scars. A mother, shielding her children from the chaos, a doctor, working tirelessly without supplies, a boy, too young to understand but old enough to feel fear. Their days are filled with waiting for aid, for news, for the next attack. There is no easy answer here. The film does not give solutions, only stories. And stories matter. They remind us that behind the headlines, there are people. Through the lens of 3 children and a young woman with a newborn, The documentary captures the harrowing reality of life in Gaza, where even the youngest are forced to confront unimaginable horrors. There is no easy answer here. The film does not give solutions, only stories. And stories matter. They remind us that behind the headlines, there are people. John Stonehouse was a British politician who built his life on deception. A charismatic and ambitious man, he climbed the ranks of the Labour Party, gaining power and enjoying the rewards that came with it. However, lies and deceit can only hold for so long, and eventually, the truth catches up with him. The documentary unfolds the riveting tale of Stonehouse's audacious plan to fake his own death. In 1974, facing financial ruin and the possibility of his fraudulent activities being exposed, Stonehouse staged his own disappearance in Miami, leaving behind a neatly folded pile of clothes on the beach. He hoped to start afresh in Australia under a new identity, away from his mounting troubles. However, he underestimated the complexity of the world around him and his ability to outsmart the authorities. As the story progresses, Stonehouse's carefully crafted facade begins to crumble. His plans unravel when a combination of errors, including his conspicuous behavior and the astuteness of law enforcement, leads to his arrest in Melbourne, Australia. Despite his initial success in evading capture, the flaws in his scheme become evident, and his downfall is inevitable. The real Stonehouse does not paint him as a straightforward villain or a tragic victim. Instead, it presents a nuanced portrait of a man whose ambition and hubris outweighed his abilities. The documentary explores the intricacies of his deception, his motivations, and the eventual consequences of his actions. Through interviews, archival footage, and expert analysis, viewers are given an in-depth look at the life and times of John Stonehouse, a politician whose legacy is forever marked by his infamous attempt to escape his past. The Quiet Girl, 2022, C4 12:10 a.m. A child sent away, silent and watchful. She has learned not to expect much. But in a new home, she finds something unfamiliar: kindness. The film moves slowly, allowing glances and gestures to speak. No grand events, no dramatic revelations, just a girl realizing she is valued. The sadness lingers, but so does the warmth. It's a story of care, of understanding what love looks like when words are few. And it's a reminder that some things, once given, cannot be taken away.
Wednesday the 19th of February, 2025. Georgia Harrison, Porn, Power, Profit, Part 2, ITV for 9 p.m. Georgia Harrison returns to ITV2 and ITVX with a two-part series exploring the lucrative world of the online porn business following on from her previous documentary, Revenge Porn, Georgia vs. Bear. Georgia explains, "What we really wanted to do was get to the bottom of who is behind the posting of image-based sexual abuse that's still out there. The first part involves me having to really look into where my video still is, which is obviously a really tough thing to do, but by doing that we could then decipher how many different sites it was on. Then this gave us a way of following the video, figuring out who is actually behind the money and who is advertising next to this image-based sexual abuse. When it comes to deepfake pornography, I have so many women now messaging me through my inbox for help. That's usually all forms of abuse, so image-based sexual abuse, deepfake pornography, domestic abuse, anything to do with a struggling relationship or another person involved, people tend to reach out. I was just seeing more and more issues around deepfakes, a lot from mothers, and it was affecting their children in school, and I just thought, this is the same sort of feeling as image-based sexual abuse. It is the same feeling of humiliation, a violation of literally being declothed without your consent. It's unconsented image-based abuse. Just because it's fake doesn't mean it doesn't evoke the same emotion within the victim it affects." With the global porn industry worth an estimated $1 billion globally, Georgia takes a deep dive look into how this hugely profitable industry works and seeks to uncover just how far her own illegal video has spread and who might be profiting from it. Georgia said, "Overall, the purpose of doing both documentaries is to do two things: give the power back to the victims and look into how the porn industry works and how it makes its money. I've been very open about what's happened to me, been to Downing Street, won my court case. I very publicly made it obvious that my video is unconsented, yet it's still on so many websites. It's raising awareness of that because hopefully we can evoke change within the internet, so in the future, not just me, but any person who has been a victim of revenge porn won't have to wake up every day wondering if it's still out there. If you can stop the people higher up from investing into the advertisement at the bottom, then the people at the bottom won't keep putting up unconsented footage because they won't be making any money off it. It's just exposing the ecosystem. And with deepfakes, it's exposing the issue because so many people aren't aware of it, and I'm telling you, I had heard of it and I had friends who were affected by it, but until really looking into it and immersing myself into the world of it, I had no idea how damaging it is to society. How much it's catching us all up, how much it's ruining young people's lives. It's affecting parents and teachers who are dealing with this issue in schools. It's a really horrible thing to do. Recently it was announced that the creation of deepfakes will be made illegal, so the more awareness I can raise around it, the more likely it will be implemented. Here at Culture Vulture we agree that the battle is not over. The system protects those who exploit. She keeps speaking, keeps pushing. Justice is slow, but silence would mean giving up. Others come forward. Similar stories, the same fight. The problem is bigger than one case. It is built into the way power works. It is a hard watch, but an important one. The cost of speaking out is high, but the cost of staying silent is higher. The Father, 2020, film for 9 p.m. In The Father, Anthony Hopkins delivers an extraordinary performance as an elderly man grappling with the disorienting effects of dementia. As his mind betrays him, time loses its coherence, certainty becomes elusive, and familiar faces morph into strangers. Rooms shift, and memories vanish like smoke, leaving both Anthony and the audience in a labyrinth of confusion and doubt. The film places us inside Anthony's fragmented perception of reality. We experience his bewilderment firsthand, seeing through his eyes and feeling the same disorientation he endures. Olivia Colman portrays Anne, Anthony's devoted daughter, who is both patient and exhausted, struggling to care for a father who is gradually slipping away. Her unwavering commitment to him serves as an emotional anchor amidst the chaos. The Father is a deeply affecting exploration of the devastating impact of dementia on individuals and their families. There is no relief, no easy resolution, only the harsh, quiet truth that some battles cannot be won. The film's brilliance lies in its ability to evoke empathy and understanding for those facing this relentless condition, leaving a lasting impression on all who watch. Aida, 2023, film for 1:35 a.m. A mother and daughter seek refuge, but safety is fragile. They are not free, not really. The past is close, the threat never far. The film is filled with small moments. A child laughing, a mother braiding hair. But underneath, the fear remains. How long can they stay hidden? It does not promise a happy ending, only a chance to keep going. And sometimes, that is enough.
Thursday the 20th of February, 2025. Vesper, 2022, film for 9 p.m. In a world that is dying and struggling to survive, young Vesper is a beacon of hope and resilience. The 13-year-old girl, armed with exceptional biohacking skills, navigates a post-apocalyptic landscape where resources are scarce and survival is a daily battle. Clever and resourceful, Vesper faces overwhelming odds, but her determination never wavers. The bleakness of the landscape is starkly contrasted by Vesper's indomitable spirit. She does not wait for salvation, instead, she fights for it with every ounce of her being. Along her journey, she encounters a diverse cast of characters, some cruel and opportunistic, others kind and supportive. Each person she meets shapes her path and challenges her resolve, forcing her to confront difficult truths and make impossible choices. Vesper presents a vision of the future that feels all too relevant to our present-day concerns. The film raises urgent questions about who controls the resources, who gets to live, and who is left behind. Through its captivating narrative and stunning visuals, The film invites viewers to ponder the ethical implications of genetic technology and the power dynamics at play in a world on the brink of collapse. The story takes a poignant turn when Vesper rescues Camellia, a young woman from a citadel, promising to take Vesper and her father to a place of safety. As they search for another survivor, Elias, the bond between Vesper and Camellia deepens, adding layers of emotional complexity to the narrative. Vesper is a beautifully crafted film that combines science fiction with a deeply human story of survival, resilience, and hope. It is a hauntingly evocative portrayal of a world where the line between savior and survivor is blurred, and where the fight for a better future is both a personal and collective struggle. It is a vision of the future, but its questions are for now. Who controls the resources? Who gets to live? And who is left behind? Stan and Ollie, 2018, BBC for 11:45 p.m. Stan and Ollie is a heartfelt biographical film that explores the final years of the legendary comedy duo, Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy. Laughter made them famous, but fame, like all things, fades with time. The once adored pair, who brought joy to millions with their slapstick humor, now find themselves struggling to fill theaters during their post-war tour of Britain in 1953. The film captures the poignant reality of their later years, as the inseparable friends face diminishing audiences and the physical toll of age. Stan Laurel, Steve Coogan, and Oliver Hardy, John C. Reilly, deliver masterful performances, portraying the deep bond and unwavering friendship that define their relationship. Despite the challenges they face, their camaraderie and mutual respect never truly break. Stan and Ollie is a gentle film, filled with nostalgia and a deep sense of affection for its subjects. It does not seek to shock or dramatize, but instead offers a tender remembrance of two icons of comedy. Their final years were not easy, marked by health struggles and financial difficulties, but they had each other to lean on. The film beautifully illustrates the evolution of comedy and the shifting tastes of audiences. While comedy changes and new stars emerge, the work of Laurel and Hardy remains timeless. Their influence on the genre is undeniable, and their routines continue to evoke laughter even now. Stan and Ollie serves as a touching tribute to their legacy, reminding us that behind the laughter were two men who shared an unbreakable bond and a passion for making people smile.
Friday the 21st of February, 2025. Red Eye, 2005, Great, Movies 9 p.m. Red Eye, directed by Wes Craven, is a taut and gripping thriller that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The story revolves around Lisa Risett, Rachel McAdams, a hotel manager who boards a late-night flight from Dallas to Miami. Expecting a routine trip, Lisa soon finds herself trapped in a nightmare when she meets Jackson Ripner, Cillian Murphy, a charming yet menacing stranger. As the plane ascends, the tension escalates minute by minute. Jackson reveals his true intentions, coercing Lisa into assisting with a high-stakes assassination plot targeting a high-profile guest at her hotel. The confined space of the airplane amplifies the claustrophobic atmosphere, leaving Lisa with few options for escape. Despite being clever and resourceful, Lisa faces a formidable adversary in Jackson, who is always one step ahead. The battle between them is as much psychological as it is physical, with mind games and threats intensifying the stakes. The film masterfully plays on the primal fear of being trapped and powerless, creating a relentless sense of suspense. Red Eye excels in its simplicity and effectiveness. The plot unfolds with precision, building tension through expertly crafted scenes and sharp dialogue. Wes Craven's direction ensures that every moment counts, making even the smallest details contribute to the overall sense of dread. Sometimes, fear needs no ghosts or monsters, just a locked door and no way out. The performances by Rachel McAdams and Cillian Murphy are outstanding, with McAdams portraying Lisa's vulnerability and determination, while Murphy's chilling portrayal of Jackson adds to the film's menacing aura. Red Eye is a testament to the power of a well-executed thriller, proving that sometimes the most terrifying scenarios are grounded in reality. Lindisfarne's Geordie Genius, The Alan Hull Story, BBC for 9 p.m. Alan Hull, the heart and soul of the folk rock band Lindisfarne, was a musician who never chased fame but found it nonetheless. His songs resonated with the struggles and joys of ordinary lives, painting vivid pictures through poetic, political, and deeply personal lyrics. Hull's music spoke to the hearts of many, capturing the essence of life in the northeast of England. Lindisfarne's Geordie Genius, The Alan Hull Story, is a heartfelt documentary that delves into the life and legacy of this remarkable artist. The film lets Hull's music tell his story, showcasing the depth and authenticity of his songwriting. Through a blend of archival footage, interviews, and performances, viewers are taken on a journey through Hull's career, from his early days with Lindisfarne to his solo work. The documentary does not seek to sensationalize or dramatize Hull's life. Instead, it offers a gentle and nostalgic reflection on his contributions to music and his impact on those around him. Hull's words, whether addressing social issues or personal experiences, remain as relevant and powerful today as they were when first penned. Hull was not a star in the traditional sense, he was a man who stayed true to his roots and his craft. His songs, filled with wit, warmth, and wisdom, continue to resonate with audiences, ensuring his legacy endures. The documentary serves as a reminder of the enduring power of music and the remarkable talent of Alan Hull. Rock Goes to College BBC for 10 p.m. Rock Goes to College was a BBC series that showcased various rock bands performing live at university venues. Lindisfarne's episode first aired on November 17, 1978. It captures the band's raw energy and charm in an intimate setting too. The performance highlights their unique blend of folk and rock, with Alan Hull's distinctive voice and songwriting taking center stage. The stripped-down, acoustic feel of the show allows the audience to experience Lindisfarne's music in a personal and authentic way. This episode remains a cherished memory for fans, showcasing the band's enduring appeal and musical talent.
And finally, streaming. The Chief, all 4 episodes available from Thursday, the 20th of February, 2025. Scott's Squad comedy spin-off following pompous and out-of-touch Cameron Michelson, Jack Doherty. 0 Day, all 6 episodes available from Thursday, the 20th of February, 2025. A political thriller set against a US under cyber attack where morality is less important than results. Vulture presents Evil Side, all 6 episodes available from Friday, the 21st of February, 2025. A bullied outcast on a remote island becomes the prime suspect in the ritualistic murder of her friend.